Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Movie Clips Monday Morning Review. I'm Ryan.
I'm David.
I'm JS.
And we're reviewing the Lego Movie today. Guys?
It was excellent.
It was, I'm not going to bury the lead. It was amazing. I loved it.
Is it a cliche to say everything is awesome about the Lego Movie?
I mean, I've seen highbrow critics from like the New York Times say that, so I'll be one to say it as well.
Okay.
I'm not a highbrow critic. There's not really spoilers plot-wise to this movie, but if you're trying to keep all the cameos secret and like what kind of characters pop up, we are going to be revealing some of those things.
Yeah. Should we say our favorites?
Well, let's first just kind of go through why we like the movie so much. I thought that this movie mixed excitement in terms of like cartoony action. It is legitimately funny. Yeah. It's not just like kid funny. It's funny from the first line.
Yeah, everyone, like all the people in the theater, both kids and adults were laughing.
Yeah, and it's actually very poignant, and its message is simple and very like nice. It's not trying to do too much with its message, but I really like what it was going for.
And just from a screenwriting standpoint, this film is brilliant. It takes the hero's journey. In fact, film critic Hulk, who I'm a big fan of, he's probably going to be writing an entire book about this movie.
When I first heard there was going to be a Lego movie, I kept thinking, how is that going to work? And then to see this and to see how they go to all the different lands, like that was just so well done.
If not to say something so pompous as what I'm about to say, this might be like the first postmodern children's movie where it's like so aware of itself. It's very aware of what it is, but at the same time is really sincere. It doesn't feel like a commercial. It couldn't feel less like a commercial. What were your favorite characters? Yeah.
This is a really interesting version of Batman. And some people have said it's the best on-screen Batman we've ever had, and that might very well be the case.
Yeah, it's hard to argue. There's a scene where Batman plays a song he wrote. That was hysterical. Is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I was having trouble breathing. The Star Wars cameo, the same. There's a moment with the Millennium Falcon that references a specific moment in Star Wars that was beyond brilliant.
Also, there's a character that's a good cop and a bad cop, both embodied in the same Lego figurine, and his head turns around. I thought that was brilliant. Use of that character.
And the way that they start hinting at what eventually becomes, I'm not going to call it a twist, but a big reveal at the end. The way they set it up with putting certain brands in and like real life kind of objects really slowly eases us into that, so that when it actually happens, we're not completely shocked. It doesn't take you out of it in an insane amount. The voice work is really, really incredible. Chris Pratt, who plays Emmett, the main character, it's interesting because you never quite stop thinking of Chris Pratt playing the character, but you're also not picturing him in a sound booth. He really embodies that character. And Will Ferrell as the kind of bad guy, Lord Business. And the animation style, it's, from what I know, aside from some very small inserts, this was all shot, or all animated using computers. It was all CG, but it looks so much like stop motion and looks so lifelike that illusion never really breaks.
Yeah, it's clear that the animators had rules that they set for themselves, and they followed those throughout.
And the behind the scenes, they said that they actually put Legos under microscopes to see what kind of material they look like. And you can even see thumbprints on some of the Legos in the animation.
Yeah,
so cool.
And the way that it's shot, I mean, the cinematography of the whole thing, they made it seem like real cameras were shooting them, almost these like micro-focus cameras. So there are times where just part of the character's face is in focus, and there's even times where it looks like they kind of put it into soft focus to make it seem like the cameraman messed up, which is just amazing touches to kind of sell the whole world of the film.
And going along with that, there's these long takes, long fakes that they have, where one memorable one is when they first enter the saloon, and the camera just whips around, and we're seeing all this chaos ensuing. But it's all done as if it is one camera shot, and everything, because it's Lego bricks, they break and make themselves realistically, how they would if it really was stop motion.
Yeah, it's gonna be the kind of thing that you could probably go through it on the Blu-ray like frame by frame.
Yeah.
And it all like works out.
Should we talk a little bit about the reveal that happens
Sure, yeah,
later on in the movie? One of the big reveals is that, okay, these are actual Legos in a basement, and when the humans come down and actually start interacting with the characters, I mean, that really took it to a whole nother level.
the little kid looks just kind of like the director, and he's at like, basically he's the surrogate for the audience of like, this is the kid and this is sort of the story that he's created.
Yeah, and also what's cool about it though, there's a moment where Emmett is in the real world, but also manages to move himself. So they never break the magic of like these Legos actually are animate objects who have thoughts and minds of their own. It's not just like, oh, we've been watching this all in the imagination of a child. Like, he created the world, but they maintain that, like, no, this is really happening. Like, there's emotional stakes. They somehow don't sacrifice the emotional stakes of it when they do that.
Yeah, we've never really seen that in a movie before.
The Lego Movie's amazing. Go see it. I can't recommend this movie enough.
And it sounds like a lot of you already did. I mean, I think it broke records for February.
So
box
much
office.
money.
Yeah.
And, like, that guarantees a sequel, which...
They already
there's
started
agreement,
writing it
yeah.
before this one even came
Yeah,
out.
so I mean, I can't wait for that. It's going to be a great year for animated movies. It's a wonderful way to start.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought of the Lego Movie. Unless you didn't like it, then we don't want to know. But until next time, I'm Ryan.
I'm David.
I'm JS.
Thanks for watching.